up, everybody? Welcome back to Jake's Sports World. Today we've got some crazy NFL news, and got some breaking news today. So I'm super excited to get into this with you guys today. Please, if you like the video, please subscribe right there. Just go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Comment on the video. I'll be asking questions in the video. Respond to the comments. I'd like to see what you guys think on your perspective of the NFL right now, the way it's going. So happy to be back with you guys for episode 3. Welcome to Jake's Sports World. Guys, let's get into some breaking news to start off episode 3. Wide receiver Robert Woods has been traded from the defending Super Bowl champions Los Angeles Rams to the Tennessee Titans. So per Ian Rappaport and Tom Pelissero, two insiders in the NFL, the LA Rams agreed to trade wide receiver Robert Woods to the Tennessee Titans in exchange for a 2023 6th-round draft pick. So I think this is a good trade for both teams. I think the Rams could have gotten probably at least a 4th-round pick out of Robert Woods. He is getting older, but I think he's still a serviceable wide receiver, and I do think he's definitely worth more than a 6th-round pick, and I'm pretty sure he's going to show that this upcoming season. After the Rams landed Allen Robinson, which I think was a great land for Allen Robinson. Now he's going to actually have a quarterback to throw to him that is not bad. The market has gotten thinner and thinner at the wide receiver position after the Rams landed Allen Robinson. The Titans have been heavily interested in the wide receiver market this offseason, and now after releasing future Hall of Fame wide receiver Julio Jones, the Titans were left in confusion on who would be the number 2 wide receiver to line up on the opposite side of A.J. Brown. So this is a story coming straight out of Tennessee. The Titans have been one of the teams, like I said, trying to be in that rebuild process, trying to build up their team again. Who knows if Ryan Tannehill is really going to be their quarterback next year? No one actually knows. But they're going through a rebuild process right now. It seems as if, especially after releasing future Hall of Fame wide receiver Julio Jones, who has not been signed to an NFL team yet, and when he does, I will come straight on to the channel. But it seems like that Robert Woods has been one of the receivers that has been very serviceable, and I think he's going to do really good for the Titans. Robert Woods is currently 29 years old and still has a solid 3 years left in the tank to play football, which I do believe that is true. About 3 years on average still left to play. Probably when he's 32, 33, he will either get released, and then from there maybe sit in free agency for a little bit, and then by that time he is going to be retiring from the NFL. Who knows? He could, end up being one of the best receivers in the league. So, but no one knows if he will be the same wide receiver as before tearing his ACL earlier last season, leading up to the Rams signing of star wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. So now you look at it like this. The LA Rams are in a situation where now they possibly won't have OBJ next year if he, one, doesn't play next year since of his ACL tear in the Super Bowl, or he could possibly be signing with another football team. The LA Rams now have Allen Robinson on their team, so Cooper Kupp and Allen Robinson will still be a nasty duo. I believe that Allen Robinson will do good in Los Angeles, but I still think Robert Woods still has a place in their heart, and I don't know why they traded him. But I can see why they did. They would have had 4 solid wide receivers, and at one point they did have 4 solid wide receivers: Cooper Kupp, Odell Beckham Jr., Allen Robinson, and Robert Woods. That shouldn't even be legal. That shouldn't even be legal in the NFL. It is, but that shouldn't be legal because of how ridiculously, stupidly good that is. That is ridiculous. And as a Niner fan, I know how that is. I really do know how that is playing against one of those teams that have amazing wide receivers like that. We've had to play against Cooper Kupp. We've had to play against OBJ. We have had to play against all of them. Robert Woods, way before when he was really good with the Rams. Tyler Higbee, the tight end, who is really good right now. So you think about it like this. The Rams are in a situation where they had to get a little more cap money, and I think it's because they may want to go out and get someone like Ty Matthew, which could be possible. Or they could want to bring back OBJ and have Cooper Kupp, Allen Robinson, and OBJ on the same team, which is just crazy. That's almost as good as well, I can't say almost as good, but it's pretty close to Cooper Kupp, OBJ, and Robert Woods. Now you throw in Allen Robinson and take out Robert Woods. That's still pretty good. I still think Robert Woods is better than Allen Robinson, and not age-wise, but I think just kind of career-wise, I think he's still better. But yeah, I do believe the Tennessee Titans will have a place for for Robert Woods on that team. I think he's going to do really good. I don't think he was worth the 6th-round pick. I think they possibly could have gotten a 4th-round pick out of him and maybe an extra 7th or possibly 6th-round pick along with it. But who knows? I do believe that the Titans will have a pretty good offense next year, especially if Ryan Tannehill is still on the team, Derrick Henry. Who knows if Derrick Henry is still going to be the guy, and that hurts to say because Derrick Henry is one of my favorite players in the NFL. It hurts to say this, but who knows if Derrick Henry really is going to be the same running back as he was before getting that injury, that foot surgery. Who knows? He definitely didn't show it against Cincinnati in the divisional round of the playoffs last year, this year, last season. So, tell me what you think in the comments below. Do you think that Robert Woods was worth the 6th-round draft pick? Do you think they could have gotten more for him? Do you think the Titans are a good fit for Robert Woods? And do you think the Titans will do good on offense next year, now saying A.J. Brown and Robert Woods, Ryan Tannehill, and Derrick Henry, along with a pretty good offensive line? Do you think they're going to do good? Do you think they're going to do decent? Tell me what you think in the comments below while we get into some other breaking news. Breaking news coming straight out of the city of Kansas City. JuJu Smith-Schuster has been signed to the Kansas City Chiefs roster. Last season, Schuster had the choice to go to a different NFL team than the Pittsburgh Steelers. Teams like the Baltimore Ravens, Kansas City Chiefs, Miami Dolphins, Buffalo Bills, and Arizona Cardinals were all interested in Smith-Schuster. Schuster ultimately decided to stay in Pittsburgh last offseason, but now the tables have turned. The last year's signing of JuJu Smith-Schuster was a 1-year deal from the Steelers. Schuster got injured during the regular season and hadn't returned until playing the Kansas City Chiefs in the postseason in the Super Wildcard weekend. Schuster, this offseason, hit the free agent market and again had decided to part ways this time with the Pittsburgh Steelers and sign a 1-year, $10.75 million contract with the Kansas City Chiefs. I think this is a great move by Kansas City. They have a good wide receiver core right now. Tyreek Hill, Demarcus Robinson, Mecole Hardman. I think that's a pretty solid wide receiver unit. Now adding JuJu Smith-Schuster into that mix, a pretty much solid. He is a very solid wide receiver, JuJu Smith. He's not crazy, but he's not bad. He is very decent. He is like the closest you can get to the middle, like average. He is pretty much the most average wide receiver in the league right now, as I think of it. JuJu Smith-Schuster will be in a great fit in the Chiefs' offense. I think Andy Reid is going to acquire great interest in JuJu Smith-Schuster, probably bringing him back next year. Probably either reconstructing his contract or re-signing him to a bigger deal. If he does good, I do think he will do good, as long as he doesn't get injured and he stays healthy. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Do you think Pittsburgh should have re-signed JuJu Smith-Schuster to have another weapon for Mitchell Trubisky or whoever starts there? Do you think that possibly the Chiefs could have paid less for Smith-Schuster? Do you think the Ravens could have got him? The Dolphins, possibly even the Cardinals now? Do you think the Bills could have gone out and got him? Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. And yeah, tell me what you guys think. Do you think that was a good deal by Kansas City? Do you think that Smith-Schuster should have been the one, or should have been Will Fuller or OBJ going to Kansas City? Tell me what you think in the comments below. One last thing before we get out of here. I haven't done this yet, but I want to hit on a little draft note real quick. And I'm asking you guys this question. Which quarterback prospect will be drafted higher in this year's NFL draft? Will it be the University of Pittsburgh's quarterback, Kenny Pickett, or Liberty's quarterback, Malik Willis? I personally believe it's going to be Malik Willis. Did you not see his combine? He had an amazing throw and a deep pass. I do believe Malik Willis probably will go first. Not first overall, but I think he's going to go before Kenny Pickett and probably first among all quarterbacks. Malik Willis, I think, is going to be a good quarterback in the NFL. So do I think Kenny Pickett, but I think Malik Willis is going to be more of that Lamar Jackson, almost Jalen Hurts type, while Kenny Pickett is going to be more of that sturdy, more Josh Allen, Trey Lance, Carson Wentz kind of type of quarterback. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Who do you think will draft it higher? Kenny Pickett or Malik Willis? Tell me in the comments below. Thank you guys for coming to another video. I really appreciate it. Please sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you don't miss another video or don't miss a video when they come out. Thank you guys for coming to the video, and yes, I will see you all in episode 4. See ya.